Ladies and gentlemen, dear colleagues, it's a great pleasure to be part of today's Open Source Policy Summit. Not so long ago, many people would have thought that open source was little more than a geek hobby. Most businesses would look at it as a distant threat or as a niche activity intended to push an ideal. Instead, open source proved itself to be a success story on how an idea of open collaboration to bring to life new ideas while allowing everyone to benefit from them can also be a viable business case and achieve a significant scale across the world. Open source is, in fact, a long list of success stories. The best high-performance computers in the world are running on open source components. Linux is powering the internet, its servers, and the devices that connect to it. All of you attending the summit today have contributed in many ways to this evolution, and I really would like to congratulate each of you for that. Many businesses nowadays are investing in open source to create value for their shareholders. As Open Commissioner, my question is also about value. How to maximize the value for Europe and, of course, its citizens, and how to choose the best policies to achieve this goal. There are many examples of open source public policies around the world, but we should focus efforts where these policies can make a real impact. How do we embed open source into our public administration to make them more efficient and, of course, resilient? How do we create an enabling framework for the private sector to invest into open source to create collaborative innovations, opportunities, and jobs? If open source software has already created many opportunities, newer trends such as open hardware, open computing, open electronics can be a factor of significant change in many industries and supply chains. Driving these changes and capturing their benefits is a societal challenge we must address. But open source also makes us think differently about our own policies. Cybersecurity of open source is going to be fundamentally different. Scrutinizing artificial intelligence powered by open source may in fact become an easier challenge. So today's summit definitely asked the right question. How do we create a winning open source culture in Europe? And I'm eager to see the answer that will be given to this question. In a few minutes, we will also learn about the results of the study on the impact of open source on technological independence, competitiveness, and innovation. The findings of this study and the discussions you will have today will give us, of course, important input to strengthen our policies and to generate a real value for Europe through open source. So I would like to wish to all of you